McGraw in the Morning continues on the Big 550 KTRS.
Hey, once a month we check in with Team Charles D'Angelo, who is a nutrition coach.
Weight loss coach.
He was my weight loss coach as well as Christine Buck's, and we've lost a whole bunch of weight, and we've had him on the show to a big success. Charles D'Angelo, welcome back to Big 550
What's
KTRS.
going on there, McGraw? Lots to talk about today.
Lots to talk about today, including the expose in Thursday's St. Louis Post-Dispatch. Alan Finnegan, age 21, lost more than 100 pounds, and he did it with Team Charles.
Yeah, he followed the program, met with me when he was in high school, took his plan, got real serious in college, followed through with it, and in just a little over a year, lost over 100 pounds. I think 107 pounds, and now he's an avid runner and really athletic and enjoying his life.
Really, truly extraordinary. Somebody else, a successful customer. We're talking off the air here, and I've known you now 6-8 months. I lost
since October. What was that?
October 1st, I think I started. Excuse me. It's just amazing. I've turned a couple of my friends onto Team Charles and went to a refuel night Saturday night with a friend of mine. And when he got, I don't want to say who it is, but when he started, he was a little hesitant. He's like, "What do I do?" Well, he's lost, almost 20 pounds in 3 weeks, and he's doing it very healthy. Uh-huh. It's very natural, and his clothes are just, sort of falling off him already.
That's always the big question. I bet you get that a lot. Is it healthy to lose that fast?
Right.
And like, McGraw, you lost 87 pounds in several months. Is that really healthy? I think the question isn't, is the weight loss healthy? Is it the means by which you're losing the weight healthy?
Right.
And Alan's story, your friend's story, all those stories are, of course, following a very healthy plan. In fact, in the Post, I had to laugh. They outlined that kid's whole plan. So a person can just pick it up and follow a diet. And that's the whole thing that I say, is that any diet's going to work. It's the consistency with which you follow it. Before you and I were talking, before we went on air, we were talking about how darn hard maintenance is. Mm-hmm. It's not easy to sacrifice to stay the same. When you started at 280 at your heaviest.
Right. But I had fat ankles.
Yeah.
I wasn't really that fat.
It's a lot easier to stay focused, to stay motivated on a plan. But now you're at your goal. You're at around 200 pounds. And you and I were joking before the show, just talking about how easy it is to fall back into old habits.
Right. It really is, especially with the weekend. You know what? Oh, let me have a burger, let me have a hot dog, I'll have a piece of cake, let me have some more ice cream. And, it's pay me now, pay me later.
You can put on, you were saying, you saw your weight go up 8-10 pounds, but it's not like you gained 10 pounds of fat in that short of a period. A lot of water retention, alcohol, things that you're taking into your body's not used to, cause your body to hold a lot of water quickly. So the key is learning how to make the new habits you've acquired something you actually enjoy following, like Alan did.
The other thing I find interesting is Alan, Christine Buck, me, a couple of other people I've known who have gone to you, is they're regular, normal people.
Average, everyday people.
It's just like we just all of a sudden we looked up one day and we were 30, 40, 50 pounds overweight. And we're like, what happened? I used to be this. I used to be normal. I used to be, skinny guy. And, life comes along and you don't realize it. And then you start complaining because the laundry machine keeps shrinking your clothes and you realize it's really not the laundry machine. It's really you're just getting bigger.
Well, I always know people wearing clothes that are too tight when they tell me after they've lost 30 pounds, the clothes they're wearing still fit. Because if they were fitting into those clothes and they had 30 extra pounds, then they probably needed a new size of pants. But people are hesitant, you're exactly right, to go out and buy the new clothes that are bigger, because that's a wake-up call that, wow, I've really let myself get out of control. Weight issues are not unique to the poor or to the middle class. Look at someone like Oprah. Mm-hmm. Someone that has all the resources in the world to take control of her health and her habits, yet still struggles with it. So it's all pervasive. It's not unique to one demographic or one ethnic group or one race. It's just across the spectrum.
You told me that on a diet, you said 75% is eating, 25% is exercise.
That's right. So many people go to the gym and run till they feel like they're going to cough up blood, and they're not losing any weight. Mm-hmm. They come and see me. We actually do less exercise. We eat more foods, but they're all healthy foods, of course, and the weight just starts melting off. And that's the key. It's how are you going to get the majority of your day under control? Because you might only spend an hour in the gym a day.
Right.
23 other hours of the day are outside of there. You're eating, you're drinking, you're with your buddies, you're at work. And if all of that's out of line and you're doing everything right in that 1 hour, that's not going to make much of a difference in your goal.
I don't know about you. You lost how much?
160 pounds.
160 pounds. How many years ago? You've kept
10
it
years
off.
ago.
10 years.
Yeah.
Dieting for me was like quitting smoking. I couldn't have one cigarette, 2-3 times a day. I was either a smoker or I wasn't. The same with dieting. I couldn't I couldn't be like, well, I'll just skip on this dessert, but tomorrow I'll have pizza.
Or I'll just have a couple M&Ms.
Right. Yeah, no, I'll either have a pound of M&Ms or I won't have any. Andrew Dowd knows that.
So many people come to me with that all or nothing attitude. And in fact, I treat people that way in the sense that I say, okay, we are done. No longer is your identity one where you're going to be drinking alcohol, you're going to be drinking regular soda or any of that, which brings up a good point. If listeners out there would make one little pledge themselves to cut out all their calories from drinks, in other words, cut out regular soda. I'm not saying, boycott Coke, but what I'm saying is go to Diet Coke. I mean, you're looking at the ABC News in mid-May came out with a story that said the number one source of calories in the American diet is from beverages. Okay, can you imagine that the number one source of calories is from what we're drinking? Think about it, though. It's so easy to think. I mean, if a person downs 6 sodas a day, that's almost 2,000 calories.
Right.
You cut that out, and you'll start dropping weight faster than you can believe it.
Right.
So back to what we were saying, if you treat it more like an addiction that if I have this, it's going to lead down a slippery slope, so just cut it out all the way. That's the easiest way I find to go about it.
It's just one way or the other. Just say, I'm not going to have it.
At all.
And once you break the seal, once you have that M&M, you're like, then for me, it's like crack.
Yeah, and once you have a real big jerk like me, throwing it in your face and getting it on your back.
Exactly.
It's easier to keep with it.
All right, Team Charles D'Angelo, what's the phone number and the website people want to get?
Website is Charles D'Angelo, CharlesDangelo.com. Phone number 314-495-3228, charlesdangelo.com.
Also, check out the article. I'm sure it's still online, St. Louis Post, or I should say STLtoday.com. It's about Alan Finnegan, one of your...
the success stories.
Yeah, great story.
And tune in on Thursdays when you have your segment, and then I have mine with Christine, who also, is down
Christine
40
Buck.
pounds.
And
so she's maintaining, too.
And she had fat ankles. That was a shot at me for gaining 10 pounds, by the way. Charles, good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you, man.
All right, 9:50 here on the Big 550 KTRS.